With just a couple of days into Pro League, we have now already ran into big issues, drama within how the game was started, and the admins doing things wrong, beef between teams. Now we've got teams fighting with one another, calling out one another, starting to block one another. I mean, things are getting crazy. Then teams abusing glitches in the game, some people getting banned. Like, what's going on? The results that are coming out, what's happening with all of this stuff. Of course, here to keep you up to date with all things Apex Legends esports news. Firstly, Colgan came out to say, so just to recap the first couple of days, this is kind of what's going on. 2 teams have missed the draft to get randomly dropped onto half of 2 existing team POIs, punishing 4 teams in total for 2 teams' mistakes. And the entire pro community complains and provides alternative options, but nothing is changed. And then you also had someone from Lightning Unicorn getting banned one day before the Pro League starts, and it was told to them that this likely won't be resolved in order or in time before you have to play. The Face It map stream also has no delay for the first couple of minutes for the EMEA games. Then you've also got some people using this fake duck glitch where it lets you shoot through walls and such. Fennel are accidentally placed onto tridents instead of checkpoint due to an admin's mistake, and the game wasn't even restarted. Like, this is one thing if it's scrims, we get it, happens. Honestly, even if it's esports World Cup, right? Not the biggest perfectly ran tournament. ALGS, the top of the line production and admin, is supposed to be ran right. Let's just say that. And to have this stuff happen, not get game restarted, teams just getting screwed over, it's an unfortunate situation. But nonetheless, the games did proceed. And of course, you've got some of these tweets coming out on how some of these teams did. Reed's obviously with his drama in the last couple of days with Zainu and SSG in general. Reed's trying to find himself a place after the Oxygen ordeal. Getting 3rd place on their games yesterday was pretty impressive. And I don't think many people had Oblivion this highly rated. But then also Slayer coming from E8. These guys were doing very solid in the scrims. Now they're going into Pro League doing really bad. It's like, what in the world's going on? And of course, quite the emotion here coming out of Slayer. So let's dive into these games that happened last night. Firstly, for North America, Group A versus Group C, you had one of the super teams. Once again, it's weird how consistent this thing can turn sometimes. This is not the tradition you were seeing in scrims, but SSG, one of these super teams, 1st place overall, 59 points. Team Falcons, right? Just won yesterday, now getting 2nd in today. And even yesterday SSG had also placed very well. So Team Falcons in 2nd, though. Really good work from them. These guys have been really crushing it. SSG has been really crushing it. No one's really surprised these 2 teams are doing as good as they're doing. Oblivion in 3rd, I think that was probably something that not many people saw coming. Liquid Alienware in 4th, Vanity in 5th, Flat in 6th, Furia in 7th, NRG in 8th, Weave in 9th, Most Hated in 10th, Oxygen Esports in 11th, Cloud9 in 12th, CCE in 13th, Stallions in 14th, Native Gaming in 15th, Tripods not having as good of a day as they had yesterday in 16th place, Yup in 17th, Disguise in 18th, and unfortunately E8 again with another not so good day in 19th, and then Temper in dead last. So unfortunate stuff for a lot of these teams. Some of these teams, I guess you kind of expected them to do this good. Then whenever you look at the overall stats right now, it is Falcons all the way. Once again, Falcons and SSG up in the top 2. So obviously these guys have a little bit of bias, or not bias, but it's in their favor because they have played 2 group games. A lot of these teams have not. There are some teams, by the way, that are already outplacing some that have played 2. For instance, Oblivion is the highest rated 1-game team so far, in 8th place with only 1 set played. Then you've got teams like Most Hated with 2 sets played, 14th place. Obviously, that's not really where they want to be sitting. And then E8, this one really hurts. Elevate is in 27th, nearly dead last, and also has 2 sets played. Everybody around them with only 1 set. They're going to need some big days, and this is not the way that they wanted to start things off here. Unfortunate stuff for them. Something I thought was pretty interesting was kind of like the new environment that's going around here for Falcons esports. If you guys haven't seen this already, Apex After Hours doing some great clips talking about this whole Falcons and TSM stuff, and how still obviously over there with Verhulst. And there's been this idea that Dark Zero or Zero himself with Jin Burton have had this very strict system, right? Zero's always kind of the head guy, the head honcho. Well, obviously he's still the IGL, but how having his experience has the ability to make the environment a little bit different, right? Sometimes he may want to call him off. Sometimes he may want to counter comm And sometimes Hal might be right? You know, it's like a different environment than what Zero's probably used to, but it seems like it is working for them. Many people thought they were going to butt heads, you know, it's not going to work. There's two hot heads coming together, or two IGLs of that caliber are not going to work on the same team. I think they're really making it work right now, and Zero is kind of being open, in my opinion, to like what could possibly be going through Hal's mind, and that's what makes it work. And it kind of is like a 51-49 almost, if you will, sometimes, not all the time. I would say Zero definitely got the reins most of the time. But now also wanted to mention, coming from Team Falcons and their staff, right? They've had a coach, they've had analysts. Zero's been rocking with ZZ and privacy for quite some time. Well, whenever we got the announcement for Team Falcons, we didn't really get an announcement for ZZ. We didn't get an announcement for privacy, but they still have been very active. We've heard ZZ's voice over on the coaching, you know, inside of the streams. So we know he's still coaching the team. We've seen privacy post on Twitter saying that they got first place today. But it's very interesting to see what comes of this, because I'm still kind of confused as to what's official, what's not official. Privacy came out today, though, or a couple days ago, to say what his thoughts are about his future and where he will go. Obviously, he's a big asset to a team that's been very successful, but he doesn't seem to have any interest to go anywhere else. Roll the clip of what he had to say in his future in Apex Legends Esports.
Because I'm not gonna work with Aurora. I'm sorry. I said already before. Chat. The funny thing is, I got so many messages after the announcements, because me and Nick weren't announced, and I got so many messages. If I am a free agent to work with all respect to all the people that they wrote me, so many of them are teams and are people and are IGLs that I respect so much. But I'm not gonna be working with any single human being on earth if it's not Zero. Clear? It doesn't matter if I get signed or not. I'm not gonna work. Fuck it. I'm never going to work with someone else. Holy fuck with this. What do you mean? Joe, some of you has to understand.
Then you also had the EMEA group. And you had a lot of people talk about 07. 07 was a big one here. It was unfortunate results for these guys, but 07 in 18th place. Not good at all. Really unfortunate stuff for them. But then you did have ANC outplayed in first. You had Next Up in second, which, by the way, you had Nags, which, you know, was formerly with 07. Go Next Esports in third. Free Agent Kids in fourth. DMS in fifth. Navi in sixth. Aurora in seventh. Stay Healthy Alliance and Rolling Teams in the top 10 there. Also, 9 Lives down here, Nessie down here. These are some of the teams I probably would not have expected to be this low. But once again, not the end of the day. Still more time to play. Then going into the recap of, you know, the games that we had yesterday for APAC South. You know, just really big day in general for Legends Gaming. These guys are just so talented in general. They have been very, very consistent. But yeah, Legend Gaming is not only first place in their standings overall for APAC South, they also won day 1 and won day 2. They also had a third extra day, so they're a little bit ahead of North America and the rest of the world. But Serenity was able to get first in this one. VKG, SWQ, but Lightning Unicorns playing all the way down here, and unfortunately as a duo, really unfortunate sucky situations here. Virtus Pro not doing as good as what we probably would have expected. Then also APAC North. So overall APAC North standings goes as follows. So first place is your MM1427G, which you'll know more about in just a second, obviously from their very distinguishable logo. Fnatic in second, New J in third, GHS Professional in fourth, Riddle Order in fifth. These guys also have played that additional group set. So you'll notice APAC is all lined up with 2s, and then EMEA and North America are lined up with 1s, I believe. So they are a little bit ahead, but here's what's basically happening. So yesterday we talked about the games going on for APAC North. It was this MM1427G. You guys know them, right? Mia K, Melstera, and Hammer Drill. These guys have been playing for so long. You know, Pulverex, that's why you see the logo here. Pulverex, unfortunately, yeah, if you haven't caught the news already, has closed down their operations. But Northeption finished in 7th, another team you know and love. Kinatrip Gaming in 8th, Reject Winity in 9th, Riddle Order in 10th. Crazy Raccoon a little bit lower than I think a lot of people would have probably expected here in 15th. But overall, very nice games for, and then GHS also got to mention them. Obviously, One Tappy I've been a big fan of for quite some time. very talented player, and overall, not a bad day. Now, that wasn't the only conversation starter in the ALGS scene. Of course, you guys are very familiar with South America having some representation at the Split 1 playoff, doing very well inside of the loser bracket round 1, I believe, where Geared Gaming was actually able to win the entire round among some really good teams, right? A lot of good North American teams, APAC, South, North, EMEA teams. Geared Gaming, a South American team, which doesn't even have a pro league, came out and won the actual bracket. It makes me really sad that these guys don't have a pro league anymore, but the drama is going on over there. So shout out to BR Demons, Leave No Witness, and all those guys for keeping the scene and region entertaining. Hurev came out to sing top 3 contesting, 6 games playing with music. Can't wait for EWC and see BR Demons. Oh wait, if you guys didn't see already, BR Demons got 3rd and kind of were knocked out by Leave No Witness. So you could see like Leave No Witness gets 3rd place here. BR Demons, well, they get 17th place. Then you see a retweet coming out of Hurev. The shade is crazy, but like, bro, where is BR Demons? Once again, you can see not even on the page here, and man, the comments were crazy. Like, people starting to really come at them. Then you have Martini coming out from the BR Demons to show, look at his stats as of late, like a lot of first place victories here. So big kudos to them. Then Hurev responds here with the good old 3rd place and being left out of the Esports World Cup due to Leave No Witness. So crazy stuff. Then RTD responds, well, saying, you know, here's your total winnings. Oh, big whopping $4,952. You know, saying, are you hungry? So players and teams are going at it. And honestly, at the end of the day, the fans are the ones that always wins. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the Pro League results we've seen thus far. Is SSG and Falcons really going to do it and live up to their name as the super teams? Who's your favorite so far in all the other regions? Got big props for what you're seeing Legends Gaming do in the APAC South region. Until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.